week we explored the first verse of the song "He Is God," which was in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Okay, He is God. He is God. The second verse goes like this: Jesus said, "I and the Father are one," and He also said, "Before Abraham was born, I am." Jesus was a public figure, and He did not hide Himself whatsoever. And He talked to everyone. And the Jewish leaders, they had a hard time with Jesus, not because of what He did, because of who He claimed to be. The charge was blasphemy. In the beginning, the Bible speaks of who Jesus is. And later on in the book of John, Jesus spoke of who He was. He's what His declaration was. He said He was God Himself too. Jesus said, "I and the Father are one." They said, the Jews came to Him and said, "Look, tell us plainly. Are you the Christ? Are you the Messiah or not?" Jesus said, "I did tell you. And I did all these miracles." The Jews asked for miracles. Jesus said, "I did all these miracles. Which of these are you going to stone me for?" Because they picked up stones to stone Him. And He says, we're not stoning you for any of these miracles, because you, a mere man, claim to be God. Now, He wasn't tried for what He did. Once again, He was tried because of who He said He was, who He claimed to be. Another part of the Bible, which is the second part of the second verse, says, "Before Abraham was born, I am." Okay, in the Old Testament, Moses was a man that God said, "Look, Moses, I got a job for you." God told him to go to the country of Egypt. The Israelites, they were enslaved by Egypt at the time. God said, "Moses, you're going to go into Egypt and you're going to take them out of there." And Moses was freaking out. He really didn't have a whole lot of confidence in himself at the time. And he said, "Well, if I go to the Israelites and I'll tell them God sent me to you to release you from captivity, and they ask me, 'Well, who is this God you're talking about? What's His name?'" Moses asked God, "What am I supposed to say?" And God said, "I am who I am. You tell them that I am sent you to them. Everybody will know my name is I am." And you're going, wow, I am. That's what God calls Himself. Now, when God speaks of Himself, He says, "I am. I am the Alpha. I am the Omega. I am." But when we speak of God, we say He is. And so one time they were questioning Jesus. What the Pharisees, the religious rulers, are always trying to trap Him in something. Jesus said, "Look, if you believe in me, believe in my word, you'll never taste death. If you believe in me, you will never see death." And the Jews are like, "What do you mean you'll never see death? Are you greater than our forefathers? They've all died. Abraham died. You think you're greater than Abraham?" Jesus said, "Abraham, he knew all about me, and he saw my day, and he rejoiced at seeing my day." And the Jews said, "You're not even 50 years old. You've seen Abraham?" And then Jesus said something that totally blew them away. He said, "Before Abraham was born, I am." Freaked them out. They picked up stones. They were going to, it was it. It was on. They appointed themselves judge and executioners. They were going to stone Him, but it wasn't time for Jesus. Nobody took Jesus' life. He laid it down on His own, so He just kind of slipped away. Not my time. But that's what He said. Before Abraham was born, I am. He claimed to be God. And that's why they killed Him. And also, we're going to touch on this on another song, but you can say, okay, He claimed to be God, but at one time, the Jews asked Him, "Well, then prove it. You say you're God, then prove it." He said, "Okay, I will. Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll build it back again." Well, the Jews thought He was talking about the actual temple, the building that took. They said, "It's taken forever and forever to build this, and you're going to, if we destroy it, you're going to raise it up in 3 days." Impossible. Well, Jesus wasn't really talking about that temple. He was talking about His body. He said, you kill me, and I'll rise from the dead, and I'll prove it. That is the major basis of our faith, because the Bible says if He hadn't raised from the dead, we're a bunch of goofballs, worse than dirt. Okay? But He did raise from the dead. That's why with confidence we can say Jesus is God. Jesus is God. Okay? That's it for today's homies. We're doing a lot of things. We're talking about a lot of hardcore things, and we're talking about a bunch of different things. Let's go ahead. Let's finish off this with looking at the lick, which goes like this. Let's go back up and let's play this lick up to speed. Dang it. Okay. All right, here we go. I want to basically play this whole song for you real quick. Something like that, okay? One thing that you want to look at, you guys, when you're rehearsing, let's look at this thing. We've been doing this exercise. Up and down the neck. Those kind of things. I got a little crazy. But let's look here. Now, how are we playing this lick? Look at my fingering. The exact same fingering that we're doing for our exercises. Okay, let's move up to this position. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya. Boom. Woo!